OKC. Drinking a nice Mile High City Copper Lager from Breckenridge Brewery right here.
Incredible.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the pregame lounge here, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Don't forget, download America's top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code DNVR when you do, because later in the show, we're going to give you certified, bona fide, stone cold, can't miss locks.
Guesses.
They can't guesses. Complete and total guesses about
Just
the game.
some feelings.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. You might want to lay down a unit or two. Oh, look at! I see super producer Kel trying to log into Restream here, and he's trying to verify. This is the hardest thing to do, and they crosswalks. Identify the crosswalk. I swear to God, I'm less than 50% on that. It's the most toughest game ever is identifying those
it's a
things.
game. It's actually just like a.
Well, it's a test, really, is what it is.
It's just one hand up, and it's like, don't cross this line, and it's pretty simple to cross the line. I don't understand
Come on,
what
man.
the issues are.
No, well, whatever. We've got over this. Anyway, I got D-Line over here.
That's right, guys. I'm ready to get this dub.
I don't know why, but he looks like Wade Boggs today from MLB baseball.
Right. No better compliment could be delivered than
He only can look like baseball players. Wade Boggs, Larry Walker.
A pixelated baseball player.
In another life, you were a baseball player.
What an athlete.
Well, allow me to say,
tremendous competitor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. The man with the wind in his hair is in the house tonight.
Yeah, Dylan Windler.
Dylan Windler's
apparently,
here.
allegedly, it looks like Dylan Windler.
Superstar Dev on the far end here.
I mean, I'm excited that Harrison is back. Harrison's back. We have super producer Kel. Those are the only ones that I care about around here. They're good guys.
You don't care about me, Wade Boggs?
You're okay.
Not at all any offense taken. Later on in the show, guys, we're going to talk something or nothing. There's some things I think might be something that have happened.
What about Dev's statement just now? Is that something or nothing?
That was nothing.
Okay.
That was nothing. It was absolutely nothing. We're going to play that. We're going to talk about our most fun players in the NBA, most fun players to watch. And I'm not going to lie, guys, I had a hard time making this list. I'm
still thinking about it.
I'm at a difficult place with the NBA right now. I just am like frustrated with too much of it. And then, of course, later on, we're going to give you those great betting lines. But first, Nuggets are hosting Oklahoma City tonight. What are our game notes tonight, Harrison? What can you tell us? Who's in? Who's out? Who's starting? What do we know?
Same starters for Denver: Jamal Murray, Will Barton, Michael Porter Jr., Paul Millsap, Nikola Jokic. We got a little bit of an injury update on Gary Harris and PJ Dozier. So the Nuggets set out on this road trip. I think it's a four-gamer or a five-gamer. It's an East Coast swing. Wizards, Hawks.
I think it's five-game, actually.
Five-game East Coast swing. The hope is the word Michael Malone used, is that Gary Harris and PJ Dozier are back for that road trip.
Oh, wow.
Nothing definite. Like, he kind of said that. I don't think he said that with a ton of confidence. But, like, that's the hope, that they're back at some point during that road trip.
Okay, so either at the start of it, of course, they've got the Lakers on Sunday, and then they head out.
They're out for that game. Harris Dozier out for that game, maybe back for the road trip, which begins next Tuesday in Boston.
Okay, so that is a kind of an interesting update. We'd been wondering when we would hear, and it sounds like maybe both of them are on similar timelines, you know.
Yeah.
If he's given an update on both of them and kind of pairing them together.
Yeah. But I do think there's something to the fact that, okay, RJ Hampton's come into this thing and he's playing well. He can play like a 15, 20-minute role.
He's no Gary Harris, though. And I like
he's
RJ.
No Gary Harris. But I don't think it's something where they necessarily need to like rush Gary Harris back. You know, with RJ Hampton.
Especially with that injury on that player.
So true.
Gary Harris, lower body injury.
I mean, that thing's got to heal. Like, let it heal all the way.
Yeah.
So I don't think the starters are out for OKC yet. But last game against the Lakers, they lost by 1 point in overtime to the Lakers a couple nights ago without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's out again tonight. Al Horford should be in the lineup. He, of course, did not play last time Denver and OKC faced off. Hamidou Diallo, Kenrich Williams, Lou Dort, Darius Bazley, that's who started for OKC 2 nights ago. So that's probably who they'll stick with tonight.
Lou Dort, by the way, man, I'm listening to some podcasts today, including some I really love. Hardwood Knocks, one of my favorite, of these national ones. And I'm listening to him talk about Lou Dort's value right now, and that there's nobody that the Thunder would trade for Lou Dort on Denver's roster other than the big three, MPJ, Jokic, Murray. And I was sitting here thinking about it, like, that's wild, man. Like, Lou Dort's okay. And he's pretty good. And he's having an up-and-down shooting year this year. Like, he's been pretty good. And he is an elite defender. Like, maybe the best perimeter defender right now going, like, one-on-one defender. Mm-hmm. What's our Lou Dort takes? I'm not going to.
I've got one. I love that all roads lead to the same point where his name is not Lewis.
Okay.
Lou Gens, but it gets but it gets shortened to Lou.
I like Lou.
No, I know. I'm saying like the diminutive of what you would think. You'd be like, oh, his name's Lewis. No,
Yeah.
Lou Gens.
Lou Gens, yeah. Lou is honestly like one of my top names.
Lou.
It's just like Lou is like such a like affable name.
Lou is your friendly
Sweet
neighborhood
Lou.
barber. Yeah,
Lou. Lou's cool.
Lou has a certain musk about him, though.
All Lou's are smooth.
All Lou's are
smooth.
Smooth, yeah.
Lou's are smooth. What about, we don't have any, but Lou Gens and Lewis's.
Well, Lou Gens, I don't know a whole bunch of Lou Genses. I know the one. I think Monte has also made the name Monte cool for me. Like, he's the only Monte I really know about or whatever, but I'm like, Monte is such a chill name now to me.
As long as it's not pronounced Monty.
That's true. Monty, yeah.
Some people still pronounce it Monty.
Monty's
like you'll get some of those away announcers being like Monty Morris. It's like
it's a little predatory.
It's not
Monty
Python.
Monty's a little weird. Any other game notes from this that we want to talk about? Oh, you go ahead.
Well, since we're on Lou Dort's before he
we were there.
We were.
The reason that Lou Dort is so good, or just a reason that you would keep him, is because he's a unicorn. There's not many players that are willing to just play defense at all times. And also, he has the size that he's able to guard guards, and he's also able to go out on LeBron James.
Yeah.
Like, that's the video that everybody keeps showing is his defense on LeBron James. But when you have a selfless player that's locked in on defense that you could just put on for a lot of times, like, you don't want to give that up because there's not many of them.
Michael Malone loves Lou Dort.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Yeah. First of all, I got to push back, though. Not a unicorn, man. This name has to...
We're throwing around the term unicorn way too
really got
In the NBA, there's not people like that. That makes you a unicorn.
He's like a unimule.
Okay.
It's like not a lot, but it's like not that impressive.
I got to say, he reminds me... In college, I had a guy on my team, Mandela Jones. D3 hoops wasn't. It was serious when we all tried hard, but it wasn't like you had to like do this. For the only thing you had to do was pass our physical like conditioning test before the season began, and if you didn't, you had to keep doing conditioning drills till you got it. We all worked for months to do this. Mandela, who was like a genius, shows up the day of the test, beats us all at this like running thing without ever working out or anything like that. And and he played defense like Lou Dort. It reminded me of that. One of these guys that's just like naturally quick, fast, strong.
Lou Dort reminds me of in high school, when you had like the one or two football players who
100%
played the
exactly
season
him.
and then came and tried out for the team and just made it because they were like ridiculously athletic, could jump out of the gym. No skill, no skill. And they were all over the place, but they're so athletic. They just got on the team.
Sweet Lou has a little bit of skill though. That's the thing.
No, that's the thing. Yeah,
he's kind of like if Torrey Craig just kept like scoring, and you're just like, I don't get it. How's he keep doing this?
He's gonna be forever one of just those bubble players that like made a name for themselves in the bubble. At the like midpoint of the bubble, I was like, is he the best player in the NBA? Like, he and Warren, who was
TJ Warren.
TJ Warren.
TJ Buckets, baby.
I was like, we have to do
NC
everything
State.
to get a hold of Lou Dort and TJ Warren.
Is this NC State?
NC State Wolfpack, baby. I mean, it's every team that has the Wolves.
I thought that was like Texas Longhorns.
Texas
It is,
Longhorns
yeah.
too. It's really every animal.
Or Satan.
Or Satan, or rock and roll. It's really every side. All right, let's move on to something or nothing, guys, because this is where I have to ask you guys. If this is something, is it nothing? And the other day... is it Nick DePaula tweets out, oh, really love Jokic's logo. I know you don't necessarily love it. And look at this comment from Bradley Beal. Absolute flames. He's really feeling this. Now, here's why this is interesting to me. Because I think Joker's logo is okay. I don't hate it as much as Eric does, but I think it's okay. But is it really flames? And Bradley Beal is commenting on this. I don't know. I put my my eyeglass up on this one when I see this. Harrison, is this something Bradley Beal, is he speaking in code here?
I thought this was nothing until you just made that argument because the logo's not great.
It's like okay. It's just like it's
pretty basic.
I don't hate it. I don't like it. I'm very surprised that anybody would put flame emojis above it.
Does Bradley Beal have a logo?
Fan.
Is Bradley Beal putting pressure on Nike to get him a logo?
It's probably a bucket.
Is that what this is?
That's what I would give myself, is a bucket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say nothing.
What a logo.
I'm sorry.
You're saying it's
I'm gonna
nothing?
say nothing. I think this is Bradley Beal applying some pressure to get his brand up.
Oh, you think so it's something, just not Nuggets related something.
Yeah.
Dev, come on.
I think that it's definitely something. I think it's definitely something. One, I love the logo because it has the NJ.
I like it too.
Like it shows
No,
it.
not
It's
really a
crown,
J.
Like,
Not
it's
really
a
a
lot
J.
of things like that you could see.
Listen, it just needs to be clean.
It's so good.
It's amateurish in its execution.
It's the Joker 1.0 is what
but also it's pretty petty because he knows that there's a lot of rumors and things linked to him. So he's like making it a point to like let front office and everyone else know I'm available.
This is
someone that I like. Everybody already says that I'm with this person. Look, I was in a relationship.
I was hoping we get to this segment
relationship. And with the relationship, everyone like linked me to a girl that I really was not with. But then my girl was the one that was mad. But she was like, I'm gonna work a little bit harder to get under his skin. I'm gonna just do things just so that he'll see it and things like that. So that's what I try.
Fairly unhealthy relationship, I have to say.
But it was two girls.
A lot of like kick you out, take you back. A lot of mind games being played.
Oh man, I would play. We would play the song if we weren't going to get like flagged on YouTube at our.
Someone else, make another mashup.
I was honest to God, no joke. A couple nights ago on our like royalty-free site, testing out sexy music or like sensual, sensual funk, sensual
sexy.
And I was like, none of this works. Is this something?
So I don't know. It's so like it's such a nothing thing, but you're right. Like there are little like it's. I believe it's a dog whistle of some variety. It's like it's showing that he's paying attention a little bit. Like nobody's paying attention to the Joker really. I mean, it means he at least likes Nikola Jokic, right? Like, so that's at least something. Like, I don't know that it means that he is demanding a trade to come to the Denver Nuggets. Some people are mad that we said we don't like the logo. Listen, the logo is fine. It's just not done
fine.
well.
Yeah,
it looks like his friend did it.
It's so nice. It's just
no, it's not. It's like the idea. It's concept.
And a J and a crown.
The concept,
comes
like
together.
it's the concept. The concept is nice, but they like.
But I think it's the type of thing where Nike was like, all right, we need somebody to make this logo. Let's have the assistant to the assistant regional manager make it.
No, to me, this looks like
also people in the comments.
It could be better.
People in the comments need to know that like. I am not exactly the like. If I like or dislike a logo, should not matter to your life.
I like to say that everyone is allowed to like or don't not like what they like or don't like. I'm just telling you, as a professional logo designer, there's things and there are mistakes in there that bother me.
That's all. Next thing, Sam Amick today, fantastic reporter over on The Athletic, had some new details out about Michael Porter Jr. and Nikola Jokic, and this has been a big storyline
for sure
over the last couple games against Milwaukee. A big clash on the court. You clearly saw it. In this last game, I thought things looked a lot better. But the story, we knew there had been an interaction. Michael Porter and Jokic talking about it. Jokic in no uncertain terms saying, that was a dumb shot. That was a bad shot. And we heard different things this week about, okay, there's actually a real relationship there going between Jokic being hard on MPJ and MPJ being receptive to it. Well, we got new details today from Sam Amick. Michael Porter approached Jokic, went over to him and said, like, hey, man, like, I want to get to know this. You read the report today, Harrison. I think that this whole story is something. Like this is the season in a nutshell. These guys figuring it out together. Were you encouraged, discouraged? Is it something or nothing? These new details.
I think it's definitely something, and there are two sides to this. One side is the Michael Porter Jr. side, and he's said honestly, like in the media, a lot of right things this season. From, I want to be this complete player. I want to be this all-around guy. I don't want to just be a scorer.
Yeah, man.
So I just get the impression from MPJ that he wants to be a complete basketball player.
Right. Yep.
And then sure enough, he plays his most complete game of the year against the Cavs. So that's the MPJ side of it. And then the Jokic side of it is, we've been on this all year, but him being the Nuggets leader, like that's a definite thing that's happened this season. Him talking to guys on the court, setting an example behind the scenes. So I think that's the other side of it, because I asked MPJ about his relationship with Jokic after the game, and he was like, yeah, he's hard on me because he knows I can be great, and I know I can be great. So,
as illustrated by...
this is actually
oh, wow, look at this. Yeah. Little whiplash going on.
Yeah. I definitely think it's something.
I love this. Dev, something or nothing, these interact. Are we making a mountain out of a mole, or, trying to make this more exciting and important than what it is?
No, I think it's definitely something, especially when your superstar player is the one that's calling them out.
Right.
No matter who it is, it's always going to come to light.
Yep.
And then it's a superstar player meeting a really great talent that just is trying to find his way. So we like we talked about in the last pregame, Jokic stepped outside of himself. He's becoming more of a leader, and he's being a more vocal leader. And then he talks to Michael Porter Jr. and we all know from years of watching Michael Porter Jr., he's going to say what he's going to say, and he's not going to lie. He's very open.
Mainly on his TikTok.
He says what he's feeling. So if he really thinks that it's nothing with Nikola Jokic and he really wants to just find a way to work alongside him, then that's actually like great news, and I think that it's great for the Nuggets as well.
Yeah, this is harkens back to in the preseason where we were using the most scientific method to figure out how the season was going to go, tarot cards.
Yeah.
And Michael Porter Jr. drew the tower, which Ariana explained to us.
It's so funny how much I think about this. I really do.
Ariana explained to us what that meant was a need to reject one's old self and become born anew, essentially.
Right. Be rebuilt. Torn down before you can be rebuilt. This was the
Michael Porter Jr. And he's going through the steps. Like he's, whether it's lip service or not, I mean, he's at least saying the right things.
I don't think it's lip service. I think it's legit.
I think for Michael Porter it is, and it's a very underrated piece of it. And I keep hearing this from different people within the organization. Like, he's caricaturized as a guy that wants to get buckets and that's it, or this or that, but he's not. He wants to be the best player that's ever lived, and that means great defender, great passer. He wants it all. It's slow progress, but you know.
He had a great quote after the last game, after the Cavs game, and he was like, "I want to be this all-around player. I'm going to try to get to the rim more. I'm going to start driving the ball more. I shoot a lot of contested jumpers because nobody can block my shot."
Right,
like that's an actual quote.
Well, he doesn't
I'm trying to get to the rim more. But he's been characterized as that guy because that's the thing that comes so easily to him.
Yeah.
You know?
The next thing I have on here, pregame, Michael Malone had a quote. He was asked about the difficulty of balancing young talent with trying to win and compete with veterans and what have you. And he said it's nearly impossible. Nearly impossible. Now, Harrison, you were on this call.
Yeah.
I read this quote and I go, is this his way of saying, like, we got Bol sitting on the shelf. You got Zeke Naji, RJ Hampton. Is this his way of kind of saying we got too many young guys?
No, I didn't read it like that. I just took it at face value. And the face value is like, yes, we have a deep roster. And we got a lot of rotation guys. And the reason RJ Hampton and Zeke Naji are playing right now is because we're banged up. And in the case of RJ Hampton, that's definitely true. I mean, you can make the case that like Zeke Naji might be a better option than Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah.
But I kind of took it at face value. I don't think it was him saying anything else.
Yeah. For me, it's exactly. There's a very finite number of minutes to play any given night, and it's difficult when you have guys that you've made promises to, especially when you have acquired them. They've been in the league longer. I mean, it's just hard to fit people in. So, I mean, that's what this little stretch is our blessing in disguise, especially for Zeke Naji and for RJ Hampton. So they get to get a little burn. But I mean, it's not common that you just plug and play your rookies in.
Right. I think that Michael Malone is just like the greatest equalizer. Like when fans' hopes are up and everybody's up, he's like, calm the hell down. Right. They're not playing. Like, let's just
he's
get it out there.
He's got a great gauge on Twitter.
He is not playing.
Oh, he's got a burner.
Like, let's just get it out the way.
Malone have a burner.
I mean, when I was actually listening to the quotes,
Malone is a burner.
After that, did he say something about we are playing more young guys than anyone else?
He said if you look at all the contenders, we're playing he was saying that like if you look at the contenders, we're playing like young guys.
Is that true though? Like I don't feel like.
Well, I mean,
that's true.
the Lakers.
Murray is young, but he's also 5 years in the NBA. Like Jokic is still medium.
Yeah, just not rookies.
Yeah,
the Lakers have found a way to get Taylor Horton Tucker burn. Other than that, like the Clippers don't really have any rookies in their rotation. Terrence Mann's playing a little bit, but
Jazz don't have any rookies really that they're playing a lot.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know, but it is interesting. Like you do. Yeah. One thing I'll say, people, I don't know how many people listen to the Notebook Pie. I know it's fewer than what listen to our post-game shows, but I highly encourage you to go back. I always rewatch the games and really try to get into the details, and even talking to some people in the organization. Zeke Naji in the last game, immediate reaction to him up here. Thought he was great. Go back and watch it. Definitely came down here a lot. I mean, he made his shots, and that's the most important thing. But there were a lot of other details in there that very much looked like it was his first real minutes. So this is not a criticism of it.
So if you want to get bummed out about Zeke Naji, listen to the old Notebook.
It's not bummed out. It's not bummed out. It's more about things to kind of pay attention to with him.
And I was also a person that, because I've been Zeke stan. Like I've been high on him. He should play more minutes. And then actually, like it dawned on me in the post game when you guys asked what else did he do besides score, and I'm just like, That's it. That's really all we've seen from him. We haven't seen him do anything else. Like,
but hey, shooting's the most important part of the game. I mean,
he's only played during times when it doesn't matter. Like there's no structure. It's
but the thing is, man, you talk to people around the Nuggets, you talk to people around Zeke. He might be an elite shooter already. Like,
oh yeah, trust me.
What we've seen so far,
talk to any of us.
What we've seen so far, I don't think that's fake. It's not him
agree.
playing in low tension situations.
I think he's going to be a 40%.
Yeah, I think he's going to be an elite shooter.
Now, give me something else that you could pitch about.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's where the issue comes. Like, he's a scorer, he's a shooter. Marcus Howard does the same.
Well, Marcus Howard hasn't shot the ball well when he's gone on the floor.
Yeah, but we know he is. We know he's a shooter. Right?
I don't know.
Oh, come off it, man. I know Marcus Howard's a good shooter. He just needs.
Hopefully.
But I don't think he's going to be a player. I love this. Are you really going to put your flag down on Marcus Howard is not a good shooter?
I'm saying like Zeke Najee's made shots in his limited minutes. Marcus Howard hasn't.
Right.
You know? Like one guy was ready to shoot and like it just came natural when he got in the game. The other guy, so much.
Peter wants you guys to just go through it and actually touch toes. They're so close.
Are we getting? Oh my God! Look at this.
Is this allowed?
There you go.
This is why I put my feet up here, and then I got people. It's mostly, I think, the Serbians. They find this to be a very offensive to the culture, and to which I say, how many I've embraced so much of Serbian culture. I'm going to invite you to embrace some American culture. Here, this is my goddamn house. I'm putting my feet up.
We're actually going to start.
Don't tell me how to sit.
We're going to start renting out ad space on the bottom of that.
I mean, we'll like a full billboard, but you'll notice no one else's feet on the table. This is not an American thing.
I'm twice the size of all of you guys combined. All right, we're gonna have to skip most fun players, guys, and go. We'll save it. I'll tell you what. We'll do it post game.
Can we give one?
Just no. Well, Jokic.
Do a quick one.
You want a quick one? All right, one fun player, Harrison.
LaMelo Ball.
Oh, he's on my list.
The most fun player in the league.
Damian Lillard.
I mean,
it's tough.
I was going to say it's cognitive dissonance for me, but it is Damian Lillard. And
now when he's getting defended by
and Luka's really fun, and Ja Morant's really fun.
Is Luka fun?
Yes.
Oh, he's fun.
I think he's fun. I find fun.
I'm turning the Luka corner, guys. I'm turning the Luka corner. I think he's fun.
He's Euro hardened.
He's a little bit Euro hardened. I do think he's fun, but he was this fun, and now he's this fun. You know,
he's still fun, dude.
He is still fun. I got one, Jokic.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, and of course Curry. Yes, Curry.
Well, that's why I brought it up. But we're going to do this post game because I'm telling you guys, Steph Curry right now, like, I don't know if there's something more fun in basketball than to watch Steph Curry do his thing. It is fantastic. Last night was incredible. I'm telling you, man. All right, let's get into our bets. Let's do the best part of the show. Eric, I'm going to let you take the lead here. We're going to open up the DraftKings Sportsbook app, the #1 top-rated sportsbook app in all of the lands.
The only sportsbook app.
Every land, all of them.
So, and you sign up, you use promo code DNVR.
Yeah. Right. So it looks as though tonight our beloved Denver Nuggets are favored by DraftKings to win this game by 11.5 points.
That's down from 12 earlier. People are hammering OKC.
11.5 points. That's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points.
The Nuggets did, though. We were very tepid on the point total last time, and the Nuggets absolutely destroyed it. They went by 40 points.
Yeah.
So maybe the Nuggets.
That doesn't happen every time, though. I just want you to know that.
Well, maybe it happens every time with this current lineup. I don't know. We've never seen it before.
I wouldn't touch that, though. But just the idea of them being this heavy favorites, do you think that's crazy or not crazy?
Yeah. They're also on the money line, minus 835.
That's right.
So you're not winning a lot of money if you just choose the Nuggets straight up. I mean, I love the confidence. Didn't we beat the snot out of the Thunder the last time we played them?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's probably not so out of line. I just wouldn't.
It's not
take
crazy.
It. Yeah, I don't like that because
you don't bet that. I mean, real gamblers don't bet 11.5 point spreads. I mean,
real gamblers,
real gamblers would like us guys. You know,
we don't do those.
Real sharps don't.
Real sharps. All right, let's get into the points. I want to hear the points because this tells you who Vegas or DraftKings believes is going to go off tonight.
The notable points. Again, we are always faced with the dilemma that is one Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray's point line set at 17.5.
Yeah,
this is lower than his season
by
average.
A little bit. Yep. But higher than the last 5 games.
Higher than his last 5 game average. So we just don't know where Jamal Murray is. We don't know if he cares about the DraftKings point line. We don't know if he cares about us winning money. Doesn't make it clear.
Okay.
But I don't know. To me, that's another stay away. Like, Dev, you're usually the Jamal Murray stan.
See, and this is exactly why I'm glad that you pitched it to me. You stay away from the points and you go after assists. He's made it a point to get everyone else involved.
His assists have not been high, though.
Man, I don't know about this one. Dev, you led us astray with Jamal Murray last time.
One time. I have a lot of wins.
Yeah, one time in a row. I don't know. I'll be honest, fading that one.
But
I'm not liking 5.5 assists.
That's not my lock, so we can't
All right.
Okay.
So we always got to go big fella. Big fella, a staple during this segment.
I mean,
Nikola Jokic.
25.5.
25.5. This is down 1 point from the previous because he did not come close to his
plus money on it, though.
It is plus money on it, yeah. Plus 105
for a reason.
And this is another blowout warning.
I don't think he's getting 26 points.
I don't either.
I think this game for Jokic looks more similar to the last one than
I agree. And there is
12 assists. I could see it.
There is potential for a blowout. There is blowout potential.
Total blowout potential. So to that end, if we're following trends, Paul Millsap, a sneaky over at 10.5 points. Last game, yet only one game ago, he scored 22 points and was the leading scorer in the game.
I play him 20 minutes tonight, though. He used up that bullet.
Okay.
Don't you think? Am I being crazy here? Like, he had his good scoring. We're not going. We're not doubling down on Millsap's scoring streak here.
Paul's our number one option.
Well, what
tonight,
do we think?
Wow.
It was his birthday also.
I'm just saying.
Well, rarely have we had this little consensus, because to me, there's an obvious answer here.
What, Michael Porter Jr.?
Michael Porter Jr. at 14.
I was leading up to him.
Okay, go for it.
Michael Porter Jr.
Okay.
That's all I had. Michael Porter Jr. over 14.5 points.
So
negative 121. So those Sharps believe he's going to get this.
Those of you that listen to the Notebook podcast of the episode, those of you, I'm going to tell you, I argued that there was an exact moment in which Michael Porter broke out of his slump. An exact moment.
I think. Oh, can I guess?
Guess. Because you didn't listen to the show this month.
Yeah. Can I give a completely uninformed guess with no information that I heard on a podcast? I believe
That's exactly right.
I believe it was when either Michael Porter Jr. had the curl play run for him that he knocked down.
That was the last shot.
Third quarter.
Or it was when Nikola Jokic passed up a dunk and passed it to Michael Porter Jr. 100% in the corner, knocked it down.
100% that one. And from that moment, I think he goes 4 or 5 the rest of the game, including 3 3-pointers. That one's included in it. And I'm telling you, like, his shots left, right, he's missing them weird. Like, he's looking a little shook. He gets that shot from Jokic. Jokic doesn't even look at the basket. Jokic passes it to him and just runs back. He drains it. And I'm telling you, his shot was pure from that point on.
It's true. That's confidence, baby.
Confidence. I think that was a confidence back moment.
Oh boy.
And when MPJ is playing with confidence in the rhythm, he's a 20-point per game scorer, over 14.5. That's my lock, baby.
I like it.
Wow, that's
Make some money tonight, kids.
I wish we could bet on how many assists Jokic will have to Porter.
Oh, that would be a fun one.
Because Porter had 6 baskets, I believe. 4 of them were off of Jokic assists.
Yeah.
I wrote that. I don't remember if that's it. I think that's it.
Yeah, Jokic's rebound total stuck at 10.5 has it been all season, which is just the most difficult line in the NBA. Also, I'm
taking
Nikola
Jokic's
assists are at minus or at 7.5, which is
I just hammered that one. I'm taking it. I think he passes tonight.
It feels. It
feels like a pass game.
You gotta think that there's potential for this game to be a carbon copy of the one we just watched.
Does he keep double streak alive?
Double streak. You can go ahead and bet whatever you want for that to hit. You can bet your. Just bet your life. I mean, just go straight to the chase. He's going to get the double-double. He always gets the double-double. He only has one game without a double-double, and it took a day after removal of a rebound, which was absolute garbage.
And that's right. You still got paid, baby.
I'm still pissed about it.
It's so. And it was one of the ones where he tips it back, which to me is a rebound, but whatever.
Which I'm telling you, the double-double only negative. It's minus 200, which is actually higher than it's been.
That's better. Yeah, it's not bad.
Always. If you have another single bet that it happens anywhere else in the world of betting, parlay it with Nikola Jokic to get a double-double. You just add to your win total.
All right, that's it for today, guys. Make some money with us on DraftKings Sportsbook, and then of course a Friday night, hopefully Winners Lounge.
No, definite Winners Lounge.
If it is a Winners Lounge, if it's a Losers Lounge too, you're gonna want to be here. But especially a Friday night Winners Lounge, there's nothing like it in all of the internet. We're gonna have a good time.
What's gonna happen? But
maybe some people will buy us some rakia tonight. We got a full thing of rakia here ready to drink. I'm ready for it. So hopefully we'll see you guys after the game. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Let's go.
See you.